welcome to a new retro ranking. And after the last couple of weeks of paying tribute to artists, we go back to the normal sort of format. And today's band goes back to sort of my teen years, early teens, and they're a band from Coventry, and they are the Specials, also known as the Special AKA, and they were formed in 1977, and they're English two-tone and ska revival band. After some of the early changes, that first stable line was Terry Hall and Neville Staple on vocals, Lynn Val Golding and Roddy Radiation on guitars, Horace Panther on the bass, Jerry Dammers keyboards, John Bradbury drums, and Dick Cutthroat and Rico Rodriguez on the horns. They sort of took different sort of music genres and put it all together. We had it was danceable ska, rock steady beat, little bit of punk in there, of course, a lot of reggae, and they were very political for the time. It was that time in 1980s, 79, 80s, very tough times. But the band's style was more mods, that rude boy outfit as they call it, with the pork pie hats, the tonic and mohair suits and loafers. So quite a really interesting sort of get up. But that's what made them stand out, I think. Very successful band. Between 79 and 81, 7 consecutive UK top 10 singles. And then Terry Hall and Neville Staple and Liverpool Golding left, formed Fun Boy 3. The others continue under the name of Special AK, which they used to release stuff. They come back and they reformed in 1993 and have continued to perform and record in various lineups, and none of them involving Jerry Dammers. So here is my top 10 songs from the Specials. So coming in at number 10, we go to 1980, and this is a B-side of a song called Rat Race, and it's the Rude Boys Out of Jail. This is definitely that ska meeting reggae. You've got them elements like Bad Manners and Madness around at the same time. But what they match this a little bit different. They've got very more reggae overtones on this. I love the harmonica in this. There's some really nice harmonies. It's such a catchy tune. I really like this track. Okay, then coming at number 9, we go to stay with 1980, and this is a track off that album called More Specials, and it's the Man at C&A. Now, for those of you who know, C&A was one of these clothes stores back in the day, and they used to be called the Man at C&A. Taking a bit of a pun at that. It's got some nice vocals on this. It's just weird and wonderful track, and very catchy again. It's one thing you got with Special, very catchy tunes. And I think Terry and Neville's always complimented each other when they sang, and it's no different on this one. Really, really good track. Coming in at number 8 then, we have got a single from 1980. This one got to number 4 in the UK, and it's called Do Nothing. Remember this coming out, seeing it on Top of the Pops. I love the reggae beat to it, you know. I love the trumpet in this. It does give you that Caribbean feel to it, and again we've got some great singing here between Terry and Neville. Really good track. Like that one quite a lot. Okay, then coming in at number 7, now we go to a more modern song from them. This is from 1996, and it was called A Little Bit of Me, A Little Bit of You. Unfortunately, this didn't chart, but the song certainly embraces the classic sounding specials, even without Terry Hall singing on it. It does sound good, and it's pity this didn't chart because I think it's a really strong song from them. Okay then, coming in at number 6, we go back to the More Specials album from 1980 and Pearl's Cafe. I love the quirky keyboards in this. The lyrics are really, really funny. It's certainly about Pearl that owned a greasy spoon. I can see why this never got released as a single though, because the backing vocals halfway through, it's quite harmonised backing vocal of "What a load of bollocks." Very typical from 1980. You know, sticking their fingers up against the man, as they called it in them days. It's quite a good little tune, quite quirky. Like that one quite a lot. Okay then, coming in at number 5, we do have a single again from 1980. Got to number 5 in the UK and managed to get into the US dance charts at number 89, and it is Rat Race. Great track. I do like the bongos in this with the keyboards. Very good track. Very great vocal from Terry on this. One of them tracks that, you know, from the 80s that I do like. Coming in at number 4 then, another single. We go to 1979 now. Got to number 10. A Message to You, Rudy. This just so reminds me of the Caribbean. I think we watched the islands I was on. I think it was Cuba of all places. And the band that was in our hotel just played all this music. You know, it was all great. And then all of a sudden they did this. But not singing on it, they just did like an instrumental version of it. And I thought, wow, really good. The trumpets on here are great, and it's just about sitting on the beaches in the Caribbean. Absolutely classic track. Love that one. Okay then, coming in at number 3, we go to 1980 now. Number 1 song for them in the UK, Too Much Too Young. This is of course a classic song from the band, very much 80s influenced. This is a song about a young teenage mum, and like a guy saying, "You're too much too young, you should be out having fun with me." Very, very 80s. A really good song. Got lots of memories seeing this on Top of the Pops again. Really good song. Like that one a lot. Okay then, coming in at number 2. Get to 1979 now. This one got to number 6 in the UK, and it's Gangsters. I remember this coming out, first time I heard it, I think it was on Radio 1 or somewhere like that. And I thought, this is a little bit different. Got a bit of 60s feel. That keyboard is very Green Onions to me. And I love Terry Hall's vocal on this. And the guitars are very 60s. It's a really good tune. Like this one a lot. Okay then, my number 1. Now this is a song from 1981. Got to number 1. It's The Brilliant Ghost Town. One of the best singles from 1981. It's an absolute belter. It's a song written for the time. Lots of unemployment. Lots of poverty. Bit like now really, isn't it? And this is the video to this is amazing. Driving down Coventry, I think. Vocals are great. It's just a really great song, and it still remains one of my favourite songs from the 1980s. Apart from the rock stuff, of course, you know, I sort of got my favourites from other genres, and this is one of them. So that's my top 10. I've got some honourable mentions as ever. First one is a song that was on the Too Much Too Young EP. It came out in 1980. and it's the theme from the Guns of Nama the Road. Now this is a live performance of this song. I just love this. It's one of my favourite war films, and the theme tune to this is more reggae than the original. The original is more of a Greek sort of singing type thing, which is a topic for another show coming up sometime soon. But this is a very good version of it, and I like the track very, very much. Okay, my second one for the day. Now we're going right up to the 2021 now, to an album they put out called Protest Songs 1924 to 2012, and it's an acoustic version of the great Bob Marley song Get Up, Stand Up. I like how they've stripped this down to guitar, show it in rawness, and it just shows what great lyrics that Bob wrote. It's an absolute belter of a version, and I'm not really into the acoustic songs, you know, especially covers, but this is great, really good version. And my last one of the day, and if you can see a yellow light flashing, it's the Refuge Collection. Sorry about the noise in the background, folks. And my last one today is from their album Specials that came out in 1979, and it's The Dawning of a New Era. Basically, this is a track that I think is rock and roll meets ska. Mixes well together, and it comes up with a really nice punchy little song. Really like that. Okay, then that's all we've got for the specials. Next week is another little in memoriam one. We'll find out more about that on Thursday at the live stream, of course. So that's all for today. If you like what we do, give us a thumbs up, and if you really, really like what we do, why not subscribe, hit that bell, and you won't miss out on any of our good stuff. Okay, so that, as I said, that's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow. We have got part 2 of the... Is it part 2? Yes, it is part 2 of the Vangelis story. And tomorrow we'll be looking at his solo albums. Some great albums in there, some great music. So join us for that tomorrow. And have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.